Okay, so let's go over a different type of special product, and that is a square of a binomial. So remember, when we square something, that means we are multiplying it by itself. So I want to just throw out the caution right off the bat. If you just have AB squared, that does mean A squared B squared. But A plus B squared does not equal A squared plus B squared. And it's because this is multiple terms. That plus sign is separating those two terms. So when we square multiple terms, we have to write it out like we did in, I believe, section 4.4. A plus B squared means A plus B times A plus B. And then we go through the process to see the special type of answer we get here. Nothing cancels out, as we'll see. A times A is A squared. A times B is A times B. And then do the same thing with B. B times A is BA, or we can reverse that order, as we talked about in the last video. And B plus B is B squared. You'll see we have two like terms. Remember, you can only add like terms if it's the exact same variables and exponent. So 1AB plus 1AB is 2AB. So we get an answer of A squared 2AB plus B squared is our answer. And basically our answer will always be of that format. So we have the first term squared, we have the last term squared, and then we have double those two terms multiplied together. And in much the same way, A minus B squared is A minus B times A minus B. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can get that answer real quick. And you see we get the exact same answer as we got before, except this time it's -2 times A times B in the middle. So we can kind of follow this process on all of these problems. So for instance, part A, we can work this out two different ways. So we can work it out the exact same way we worked out those previous examples and multiply 5x minus 7 times 5x minus 7. Or we can kind of follow this formula. And the formula says, okay, we're going to square whatever the first term is first. So I'm going to square the first term in this problem, which would mean I am squaring 5x. In fact, let me just rewrite our formula here above. So we're squaring A, which in this problem would be all of 5x. In the middle, we are multiplying -2 times A times B. So A is 5x and B is -7. Or B is actually just 7 because the negative is already incorporated into this formula. And then plus B squared. So plus 7 squared. It doesn't really matter if you put +7 or -7 there, because either way, if you square a number, you get a positive answer. So our answer here is 25x squared minus 70x plus 49. And you'll get the same thing if you work it out this other way, as we see real quickly. 5 times 5 is 25x squared. 5x times -7 is -35x. And it's all about just showing you a different way how to do these problems. Which when we get to the factoring unit, it's important to understand there's multiple different ways to multiply some of these special products. So we get the same answer regardless. So both ways work. I'm going to continue with this last one following the formula. So again, we are squaring this entire first term. So the entire first term in this problem is positive 7x squared. That's why this one's a little trickier. In the middle, it's negative 2 times the a term times the b term. Well, the a term is 7x squared. The b term is positive 3y. And that last blank plus the b term squared. And then we just got to go about simplifying this. So 7 squared is 49. X squared squared is x to the fourth. Negative 2 times 7 times 3 is negative 42. And you can't really multiply the x squared and the y together. And then finally, 3y squared is 9y squared. Again, if you struggle using the formula, you can just write this out and multiply the problem using this tried and true method. Double distributive property, FOIL method, whatever works. Pause the video and try the 2 your turns on your own. Show you the answer here in just a second. So I've worked out part A 2 different ways, got the same answer. Number 2, you're going to use, you just basically have one extra step. So you need to multiply x minus 7 times x minus 7 first. Get that answer, and then multiply it by the third factor in this problem, which is 2x minus 7. So there's ultimately what you'll get for number 2. X minus 7 times x minus 7 gave me this. And then I did distributive property, triple distributive property, and multiplied it by 2x minus 7 to get this. And then I combined my like terms to get my ultimate answer, that is a cubic polynomial of 4 terms.